really loved your poem, sweetie.
Thanks. It wasn't. I didn't write that poem.
Doesn't matter.
It
It was perfect. And then you went into the receptivity and the silence, which, I mean, you tied it all together.
Well, I'm really happy that happened.
And then talking about the fear, Patty. When you come into the healing circle, remember the healing circle is not just about physicality. It's about whatever you want healed. If you were going to pray for yourself today, what would you pray for? And that's what you bring into the healing circle, whether it's a fear that's in the way, or a relationship that's not working, or a new job you want, or you're feeling stuck, or you need help, whatever it is, you bring that in. And you open yourself, and in the silence and the prayer, then you're receptive and you let that come in. So never think it's just about an owl that you're bringing in there. It's about new cars. It's about whatever you need to make the life that you want it to be. So this month, our topics are receptivity, silence, fallow, thank you.
I looked it up.
I'm having a senior moment because I'm going to talk about that. I need to know the word that I'm talking about. I've been having a lot of those lately. Maybe I should do a prayer circle today.
You will be.
Yeah. So I want to take a moment and let's start with silence. We talk about silence and being in the now, but how many times do we really get silent? Do you know that silence has sound in it? Let's try a little something. Close your eyes and just imagine there's a little you flying in the sky, and you're going higher and higher, and you're getting really close to the Milky Way. And just see you there floating like a baby in the womb, just floating. The earth and all of your troubles, all this noise is far away. And you can see stars exploding, planets birthing, big wheels of constellations going across the sky. Feel in this moment how expanded you feel. How safe you can feel even though you're flying out in the middle of the cosmos. How big it all is and you're a part of it. You don't hear dogs barking or horns honking. Listen to the silence. Hearing is more than words or music or what we call noise. Hearing is also feeling. There's a rhythm to the silence. There's an in and out breath in the silence. There's expansion in the silence and beauty in the silence. This is where we want people to go when they're meditating or doing prayer work. Into this expanded level of this. So just breathe this into you as you gently come back into the room. And know, this is yours. This is what you are. You can go here anytime. And what I want you to really notice about this experience is that your defense systems are down when this happens. You're not worrying about, I'm going to get hurt. What did I do or didn't do? What do I have to do? You see, the conscious mind turns off, the busyness turns off, and you're just floating there. And in that floating, anything is possible. You are as magnificent as the whole Milky Way. All of that is a part of you. It's in your hologram. Spend time in the silence. That took you, what, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most? But feel the peace that you attained by just getting away from this world and all of its noise. When we're receptive in this state of being, we're not defensive. The fear is gone. The worries are gone. The busy mind, the monkey mind is gone. You're just there, open, like a brand new baby, a clean slate to write on. Here, if all of the cosmos is possible, isn't my one little bitty thing possible to change, to heal, to make whole, to be different? You have the power of the cosmos. Let's help you get that car. Let's help you get that new house. Let's help you get that relationship. But to allow it to happen, we have to be open and receptive and dropping the emotional things like fear, worried about pain, the worry about not being good enough. All of these things get in the way. So to heal, we want to let them go and expand past them. Think of just our body. That is all out there. All of it out there is part of my body. If I have a couple of cells in my body that maybe aren't healthy, what are those cells in the middle of the trillion, billions, whatever it is, cells out there that are in the body of God? These are just a couple little specks. I bet in the middle of all that they can't even be seen. And we make all of this such a big thing. When really, if we can get past the emotions, and this is something we're all working on, past the fears, past the hang-ups, the insecurities, the worries, why couldn't Source, God, whatever words you want to use, come in and renew that one little bitty speck that's going on in your life? But we have to be open to it. We have to be receptive to it. We have to allow it to birth in us and to be us and to grow in us. If you come to the healing circle, or you come and see one of the ministers, or you go and see a practitioner, or you go back and get a prayer or leave a prayer in there, do you go out the door? What do you say? Are you saying, I know it's going to work? Are you saying, oh God, I hope it works, but what if it doesn't? And then what am I going to do? And what's plan B and what's plan C? No, who should I call and talk about it? Because I'm so miserable, so I want to share and I want to make somebody else miserable. How are we going to build something beautiful and new out of all that muck? We get stuck in that muck. We stay there and we wallow in it. I always think of Pilgrim's Progress when they call about the slows of despair. And I can just see me in, this tarry stuff not going anywhere. And after a while, I can't even move my feet because there's so much muck. And I stayed so long wallowing in it that now it's hardening and I can't get away from it. And then that hardening grows and I harden. And I become a wall that keeps my good away from me. And what can I do? Oh, give me something to do. Give me breath work. Give me something to say. Give me something to write. Give me a virtual to go through. But that's busyness. That's just more of keeping me in the muck. Because I haven't changed anything. I'm saying a word out here. I'm writing a thing over here. I'm doing something out here. But I'm not doing anything inside of this wall of muck that I've made of myself. It's necessary, if you really want change, if you really want a healing, to go inside and connect to Source. To feel that, to remember that, to take the moment to go to the cosmos. To feel that without the body in the muck. To feel the freedom, to feel the lightness. When I think of floating and going up there, there's no heaviness. I don't have to worry about if it's a good hair day or if my clothes match or what my weight is today or what am I going to do today. All of that's gone. I'm free. I'm out here floating. My goal when I leave this world is to go somewhere and be this beautiful orb of light and energy and just to sparkle for a while I rest. To be a little star somewhere or the perfect note in a perfect song somewhere. but light and free. And we all forget, and I forget, that I can be that here if I allow myself to take the time to do it. And it doesn't take much time. You can do it in the bathroom. You can do it while you're taking a shower. You can do it while you're doing the dishes. It can be done anytime by multitasking for 3 minutes a day. That's all you got to do, something that simple. But hard to do because the mind goes, oh, I don't have time for that. Oh, it won't work anyway. Why do I want to do that? All these reasons to not go in and face me, to allow me to gift me, to give myself this moment of freedom. We have all these things that keep us from that. But if we can take a moment to go to the cosmos, to feel that freedom, to feel that womb where anything is possible, to open up, to see all the light coming at you, to see all the presence of God coming at you. And in that moment, plant your seed of what you want. What do you want in that moment? I have perfect transportation. All paid for, all taken care of. Or I have the relationship that I want. And I see a star coming towards me as another being is drawn. Or I see in that moment the new job. I don't have to outline it. It's going to look like this in this building. It's going to be 8 to 5. It's going to be that. It's the perfect job for me. And I can see it as a star coming into me. You see the difference? It's expanded, it's big, it's non-threatening. It gets past our defense system. It gets under and through the muck. And then from inside, I start pushing it away. I start washing it away. I start freeing myself. So I go into the silence, and then I'm receptive. But then I go into the fallow time. Fallow time doesn't mean not doing. Things are happening, but it means me shutting off my conscious doing, shutting off the busyness of my day, shutting off the thoughts, the things I should be doing, so that the consciousness of the healing can happen. Think about what's happening. My default neural pathways are disappearing. My new neural pathways are building in my brain, so now I default to the positive and what I want and what I'm becoming. I've got little messages going down through the blood system and everything to all those cells, letting them know it's a new day, you're freed, you're healed. Look at the light that's yours now. My heart's expanding because my heart mind now is getting this light and getting into on the team and working as everything's changing my world. My thoughts are changing, my face changes because maybe now I smile more. I look people in the eye, I embrace my life. I'm excited about getting up and going after today. All because I spent 3 minutes of silence, being receptive and planting my seed a day. If you can't do that, you procrastinate, you don't want to do it, it's too much, you need to ask yourself what's going on and what's keeping it from me. What's my fear? It's real basic. What keeps me from doing that? If I'm not sick, does that mean my kids won't call me anymore or come see me again?